Hey book besties, it's me, Akoya. I know it's been a while since you guys have seen my face, and that's because I've kind of been in a slump for a majority of March, and for April, I really want to get out of that reading slump. And I don't think it's just for March. I made a video on my TikTok basically saying that, since the year has started, I've been in this reading slump and I don't know how to get out of it. Maybe I need to switch up my reading style. And I decided that I should get help from other book talkers to help me pick my books. So as you read by the title,
if you're seeing this, I'm probably dead.
I would just say that.
Because Batman always has a video with...
Anyways, so I reached out to some...
The Joker is taking over the city. I leave this.
Stop.
All up to you, Dick Grayson. So we were reviewing...
We're not reviewing. So I reached out to some of my favorite book talkers and I asked them to help me create my TBR list.
5 Survive.
We are not reviewing 5 Survive. I haven't even read that book yet. Like I said, I reached out to some of my favorite book talkers and I asked them to help me create a TBR list for April. Well, I actually reached out to them a while ago, but I'm finally getting to the point where I'm actually reading the books that they recommended. So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys all the books that they recommended to me and who I reached out to. So yeah, my dog is dancing in the back. Definitely not against his will.
If you look here on page 249, real good art. Recommend the manga.
Okay, some other day we'll talk about manga. So I reached out to 4 book talkers. I love them. Always watch their content. So obsessed. You guys might be familiar with them. So the first person I reached out to was Sometimes Robin Reads. She is so funny. Like, I love her. I just love watching her content. She's such a sweetheart and I love her. And anyways, back to what I was saying. I just had to talk about her for a moment. So the book that Robin recommended is called Anonymous Acts by Christina C. Jones. And I'll tell you guys what the book is about as always. These books I'm going into blind. Some of them I don't even know what they're about. So I'm learning about them now with you. What's Done in the Dark? Murderer is a title she never expected to wear. Friend? Sure. Boss? Hell yes. But murderer? Never. If only she hadn't threatened exactly that. Just before someone winds up dead and her fingerprints are all over the murder weapon, always comes to light. All he wanted was to live a quiet life without all the danger and darkness of his past. Those plans are blown when he's accused of a crime he had nothing to do, leaving him with a hard decision. Remain in the shadows or do what he can to help a friend. When other crimes start stacking up, the handiwork of an anonymous suspect with an unknown vendetta, they'll discover something that flips their worlds upside down. A murder accusation may be the least of their worries. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I'm kind of excited to read that one. So the next book talker that I reached out to, I don't think she has a booktube, but I met her on Book Talk and I've seen her channel grow and she's such an amazing person. I try to surround myself with positive people and Bookish is just such an amazing person. So for her book recommendation, she recommended Gracier and I'll tell you guys what that book is about. Oh, this is a New York Times bestseller. No one speaks of the Gracier. It's forbidden. In Garner County, girls are banished for their 16th year to release their magic into the wild so they can return purified and ready for marriage. But not all of them will make it home alive. Tierney James dreams of a better life, but as her own Gracier draws near, She quickly realizes that there's more to fear about the Greys here than the brutal elements and the poachers in the woods. Their greatest threat may very well be each other. Oh, that one sounds so interesting. It kind of sounds like the type of book that I would give a 5-star to, because I read House of Hollow and I loved that, and I read Sawkill Girls and I love that. I just love those those books with those creepy elements, and I feel like this is one that I'm going to be giving a 5-star to. The next book talker that I reached out to is Laura Loves Reading. I know you guys, if you're really into reading thriller and mystery books, she specializes in that category. Like, that's all she reads. But the book that she recommended to me is called Promise Boys. I do know about this one, and I'll tell you guys what it's about. The prestigious urban Promise Prep School might look pristine on the outside, but deadly secrets lurk within. When the principal ends up murdered on school premises and the cops come sniffing around, a trio of students, JB, Raymond, and Trey, emerge as the prime suspects. They had the means, they had the motive, and they may have had the murder weapon. But with all three maintaining their innocence, they must band together to track down the real killer before they are arrested. Or is the true culprit hidden among them? Find out who killed Principal Moore in Nick Brooks' murder mystery, Promise Boys. The hate you give meets One of Us is Lying. And for the last booktuber, I know a lot of you might know of her. I don't want to pronounce her name incorrectly, but she is also another sweetheart. And for her book recommendation, she recommended Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you do know that I have that book, a physical copy already of that book, and I am planning to read it. But now that somebody else is recommending it, of course I'm going to be more motivated to read it. Like, my mutuals were fighting, the girls were tussling, but that's none of my business, and I will continue. You are cordially invited to the wedding of Amiri Cross and Arnold Hightower. And now a toast from the maid of honor, Janelle Cross. Hi everyone, thank you for being here. Some of you may know me as the sister of the bride, and some of you may know me as the ex-girlfriend of the groom. But I'm willing to bet none of you know me as the woman secretly sleeping with the best man. I am. I know I'm just as surprised as you. It was only supposed to be for the week, but every kiss, adventure, and stolen moment with Rome Martin feels like it could last forever. Oh well, what happens in Tulum stays in Tulum, right? Oh, stop. So those are all the books that they recommended to me. I feel like for April, I am going to have a really good reading month. And based off of the descriptions of these books, it seems like these are going to be some really good books, some really good 5-star reads. So I am excited for April. And yeah. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, you know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And also, happy reading and happy April. Bye.